Last night, I attended a night in Mission Hill, which is a touring live show of the Gone Too Soon cartoon Mission Hill. Only the episodes have been upscaled to a nice and shiny 4K resolution, and the event is hosted by none other than, Bill Oakley and Josh Weinstein. And it was pretty far out, no lie, it was kind of a life-changing experience for me. Stick around and listen to my rambles of the showing, if you know what's good for you. My name is Tiger Hustle, or Aliu, and
you're listening to the OnlyFans podcast.
Yeah, I never thought I'd have the opportunity to meet these legends in person and then get them to do the intro for the channel. Needless to say, I was and am pretty f***ing stoked, but as usual, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, as I was saying before, A Night in Mission Hill is a touring live show of Mission Hill. Which is definitely random as f***, right? I knew this show had a cult following, but just what prompted a whole ass tour with brand new official Mission Hill art? I mean, just look at them, they're beautiful. But actually, these posters aren't drawn by McMullen. They're actually drawn by an artist that goes by the name Drawkey. And damn, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a hard time not being jealous with her ability to mimic Mission Hill's art style and aesthetics. I deadass own most of these posters now. She did an amazing job. I'll link her Instagram and Twitter pages in the description, but you can also just look up Drawkey. I think she's still taking commissions. Speaking of which, on my train ride, I actually commissioned her to draw my rendition of Future Posey, and just look at it. Amazing. But anyway, I digress. The show took place in Brooklyn, New York, which was extra exciting for me and my partner because we've never been to the Big Apple, and man, it is bustling over there. Every 10 feet there's something to do. So many restaurants. I wish we had more time to explore. Also, we just so happened to stay at a Kingdom Hearts themed Airbnb. Yeah, you heard me right, a Kingdom Hearts themed Airbnb. Don't ask me why such a thing exists, it just does, and we just so happened to stumble across it when we were looking up a place to stay for the trip. If you told me a year ago that I'd be staying at a Kingdom Hearts Airbnb in Brooklyn, New York for a showing of Mission Hill, I'd ask if you brought enough ketamine for the entire class. But yeah, fast forward to the premiere night, I was nervous as fuck because I bought a VIP pass, which gets you a meet and greet with Bill and Josh after the show. I knew I had nothing to worry about, really. They seemed like really chill, humble dudes, and they were, but I was worried about making a really cringy first impression. Hi Mr. Oakley, I make Mission Hill fanfics for an audience of 20 on YouTube, haha. Oh god. But don't worry, that would never happen. Your boy has self-awareness and an arguably healthy amount of insecurity. So we get to the show a tiny bit after the doors open. In the Uber, I was thinking, we won't have to worry about seating. It's a Mission Hill showing for Christ's sake. There's gonna be 16 people in there max. But I was totally wrong. It was packed. Despite being a VIP, we couldn't find seating anywhere and we had to stand the entire time. But honestly, I was just excited that this many people came out to watch Mission Hill. Gave me a little sense of community. Besides, we were vibing, them vodka limeades were just starting to hit, and because the venue was on the smaller size, you could see the screen from just about anywhere. Before the show started, I hit up the merch table, and this is my favorite part of the story, let me tell you. I hit up the merch table and I bought all the available posters, again, drawn by Drawkey, as well as Jim's iconic Slutty t-shirt. They didn't have my size, but whatever, it's pinned on my wall. Okay, so get this, I'm going to pay, and unless you brought cash, you could only pay via Venmo, which was what I ended up doing. So upon paying, I noticed that whoever's Venmo this money is going to is unknowingly using my art, specifically my first Future Andy drawing, as their profile picture. My heart straight up sank into my ass, bruh. I told the vendor lady that I was the artist behind the profile picture, and she told me that the Venmo belonged to one of the producers of the show. I didn't stick around to find out if she meant one of Mission Hill's actual producers, or one of the venue managers or whatever, but I didn't really care. That was a supreme dopamine explosion of validation right there. Hell yeah. So the show starts and Bill and Josh walk up on the stage. Vicki Lewis, the voice of Posey Tyler, was apparently supposed to be there, but she couldn't make it due to some family stuff. Regardless, the show was amazing. Never thought I'd see Mission Hill on a big screen, in HD no less. In between episodes, Bill and Josh would talk about their personal experiences on the show. At one point, the real-life inspiration for Jim Kubak got on stage and dead-ass pulled his fucking pants down to reveal his hot pants. Man, I really wish I remembered to save my Snapchat story that night, but oh well. After the show, they did this little trivia thing. The main prizes were animation cells from the show. I'll be honest, I didn't know any of the answers to the questions, I didn't know Gwen was based off of a singer from the Go-Go's, which is a shame on my end because I really wanted to sell, but oh well. After the trivia thing, there was a Q&A segment, and your boy was the first person picked. I asked if Posey was inspired by Phoebe from Friends, and it turns out she was not. I think Bill said she was loosely based off of someone he knew in the workplace, or just at least someone he knew. Finally, after the official show was over, the VIPs lined up for a meet and greet. I intentionally got towards the very end of the line because your boy just has wicked social anxiety sometimes, but when it was my time, I played it cool, I was smooth like butter. I introduced myself as the Mission Hill future guy. God, I hate saying that. But yeah, I introduced myself, and though I doubt Josh had seen my work, Bill definitely knew me, as I've spoken to him over Instagram a few times. Mostly just showing him my art and him giving me head pats, you know, that sort of thing. I then got them to do the intro for the channel, which was just peak. I was so stoked. Leaving the venue, I felt like having that footage on my phone was a huge privilege, I don't know. Like I said, it was actually a pretty life-changing experience. And yeah, that was my A Night in Mission Hill showing experience. Highly recommend attending if there's a show near your town, or even if it's states away. Really, it's an amazing show. Check it out, please. If you've made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Consider liking this video and subscribing. I recently watched the 2 unfinished Mission Hill episodes on YouTube, and I'm working on fully rendering a few of the animation frames, so stick around for a video on that. Okay, bye.